senior veteran quarterback who's been through the playoffs. He knows what they have to do to win. Pressure's going to rely heavily on him. They're running with Ray Forgus and Mike Gelman and the offensive line. The offensive line is controlling this.
Number 41.
So when we see the matchup I'm interested in to see, Denny, is when we see the Forest Hills offense up against the McCort defense. It's a case of size and brawn, which is in the favor of the Forest Hills Rangers, no doubt of that, against team speed, which is in favor of the Bishop McCort.
Very interesting.
McCort Crushers coming out onto the field right now. They're being introduced by the PIAA announcer. They are going to be in their visiting uniforms, which are the white tops, the gold pants, the gold helmets, and the red numerals. They're waiting to the arrival of the Forest Hills Rangers wearing their home green uniforms with the yellow numerals. So we'll take a quick time out here and then come back with Denny's 3 keys to victory as we're coming up closer and closer to kickoff. A beautiful night in Sidman, and we're glad that you're joining us tonight for high school football. The Bishop McCort Crimson Crushers, second round of the playoffs against Forest Hills Rangers, and it's coming up next on Sports Radio 850 SPO.
A senior, number 7.
Okay, David, we should have one more break after this, one more big break, right?
Anthony Rizzo.
And I need you to do me a big favor tonight. Since we're in the playoffs and we don't have to run as many spots, although we still have a lot, I'm going to only take 4 breaks a quarter, Dave. So I need you to keep track of how many spots are in
Another
the
senior, a defensive tackle. Number 85, Brian Delich. A defensive end.
He's not just
Number
announcing kicks,
61, a senior.
He's doing the defense.
Yeah, but I mean, listen to his voice. He's doing it with inflection for the kids. Sometimes they would just go, the guy would just go, Delich, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
He's doing,
That's nice. Okay, have fun.
ready to go out. Ready to go. Let's get ready to rumble.
I think they'll wait to see it.
I hope it's Saturday. Well, I hope it's Friday.
Well, if it's Bellwood, they might give a night game too. But if it's if it's Purchase Line and one of these, they might say 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Number 78, Joshua.
Get a gate.
And number 33, John Gallardi.
We'll see how it goes.
Captain for the Crushers, number 74, Anthony Rizzo.
McCort won the toss. Defer.
Defer?
Yeah.
Okay. Forest Hills going to receive.
Got it. Right.
When you defer, that means they have to receive, right?
No, they can elect to kick if they want to.
So Forest Hills can say, we're going to kick the ball.
Yeah, they can, but you don't do that because
Demarcos has the football on the tee at the 40-yard line. He's going to be kicking off right to left on your radio down. Back to receive the kick for Forest Hills will be Chad Miner and Cody Gallagher. Getting ready, all the talk is done, it's time to play football. DeMarcos runs up and boots a high kick. It is going to be taken by Miner at the 5-yard line. He's up to the 10, up to the 15, up to the 20, on his feet, and he's tackled at the 27-yard line. Actually, it's Cody Gallagher on the kick return, and the Forest Hills Rangers get their first. Here is Kudlauik under center. 2 running backs split behind him. The handoff is to Miner, and Miner is trying to run to the sideline, and he's going to get a short gain of about 3. Gets it past the 30 up to the 2nd down and 7 for the Rangers. Ball at their 31, and the handoff is to the back, the third back through the hole, and that is Ryan Miner, and he gets a gain of maybe 2. He's going to set up 3rd down and 5. Fine tackle by those Rangers. 3rd down and 3 with the ball at their 33-yard line. Here is Kudlauik, back to pass. He's under a rush, and he's trying to get away. Stays on his feet, and down he goes. Gang tackled by the McCort defense.
Moreskovich, 42, shot the gap, put the pressure on the quarterback. Yeah, that's what happened in that first game. He just did not have time.
And back to receive for Bishop McCort will be Alan Homan and Pat Schrey. Schrey and Homan standing about their 35-yard line. Good snap and a good punt. And Schrey is going to come up, and then they're going to let it bounce away, and it'll be down by the Rangers right at the McCort 37-yard line. So now onto the field comes the offense for
3 plays, and then at 5 yards had the punt. If you're McCort, you got to be happy about not at the Fern. You don't give up a score when you do that.
They have the ball at their 37-yard line. Here's Joe Arcurio sending Regula and Schrey as his wide receivers to the opposite sides. They're in the I formation. Forgus is the deep back. And Arcurio's back to pass. He's looking to throw the sideline. He gets Forgus, and there he goes. He's up the middle. He's up to the 40.
Regula.
He's up to the 30. It's Regula. And Regula, I'm sorry, on the reception, he's all the way up to the Forest Hills 27-yard line. Regula had his defender slip right in front of him, and then Regula just took off and went all the way to the Forest Hills 27-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for Bishop McCort.
Big blast play early. I mean, it wasn't nothing long. He just
1st and 10 for Bishop McCort. They're back to the eye with the wide receivers split to the opposite sides of Joe Arcurio. Arcurio barking out the signals on the 1st and 10. He's back in the pocket. He throws us a flag down, and it's caught by Schrey on the sideline. He makes a cut. It's enough for a 1st down as he is tackled inside the 15 at the 13-yard line, but we have a flag, and we'll see if this is coming back. A 1st down and 15 with the ball at the Forest Hills 33-yard line. We are scoreless. We're in the 1st quarter.
Schrey's out as a wide receiver.
And here is now it's a handoff to Gelman. Gelman gets nothing. He is stacked up right at the line of scrimmage by the Forest Hills Adam. 2nd and 16. Forgus checks out of the game. Schrey and Regula are the wide receivers, and we had somebody team. We see Schrey and Regula, the wide receivers. McCort is in the eye. The deep back is Forgus. The turn, and it's Arcurio keeping the football. He's throwing it down the sideline. Long pass. He's looking for Schrey. It's over the shoulder, and it is caught. Pat Schrey catches it. I don't know how he came down with it. He was covered like a blanket by Quentin Randolph, and he just I'm sorry, looking at the wrong roster here. Keith Arnold covered him, but Schrey just came up and made an amazing goal for Bishop McCort. It's Gelman and Forgus split as the running backs behind Schrey or Arcurio. The turn, the give is to Forgus. Forgus is fighting, and he's close to the goal line. He's tackled right at the inside the 1-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Exciting play there, Denny. Joe Arcurio is just right on.
Well, and they're going to have to do this in 4 quarters.
2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Forgus is the deep back. Arcurio is calling his own number. He's going to try and push it into the end zone. He's close, and it's a touchdown. Bishop McCort has the early lead on the road at Forest Hills. A 1-yard quarterback keeper for Joe Arcurio, and they find pay dirt in the end zone.
Well, it's been Joe Arcurio early and often in his game so far, Al, but like I said, this is a 4-quarter game.
Right.
We have to keep it up. We all
Way to start off
remember
the
what
football
happened up in Martinsburg. And, yeah, I know we don't want to think about that, but we cannot lose sight and take a lesson from what happened. You've got to play 4 quarters.
Here's the extra point from DeMoncos, and the kick is high. The kick is good. It splits the uprights, and McCort is up to a 7-0. So we'll come back after this break. But McCort gets the touchdown, and they are up 7-0.
They must have ruled it running into the kicker.
Running into the kicker instead of roughing the kicker.
Okay, all right.
So it's a 5-yard mark off. And
There is a difference.
yeah. The roughing the kicker is the 15-yard penalty. And DeMoncos with a high kick, and he's going to boom it, and it's going to be short. No, it is in the end zone. I'm sorry. The way the player lined up, he looked like he was at the 1. He was actually inside the for McCort right now as they're leading 7-0. But Brian Kudlow comes onto the field. His 2nd possession. 1st and 10 for the Rangers at the 20-yard line. Handoff to the 2nd back through, and nothing going. We'll see who comes out of the pile there on the carry. It was number 13. It's a 2nd down and 9. The ball's at the 21. 2 wide receivers split wide. Kudlow throwing to the sideline, and he's going to get his receiver on the side as Denver Bryden for a gain of about 5. And he is tackled shy of the 30. The press box. It's just a little hard to pick up the angles seeing it on the field. But it's 1st and 10 for the Rangers. Here's the handoff to the back through the hole, and that is Tom Blanchetti. Blanchetti doesn't get much. He gets a gain of 1. It's going to set up 2nd down.
Poor defense to run into, Al.
2 wide receivers split opposite, and there is again a sideline pass to Denver Bryden. And is that complete? It's right in front of us, and it is for a short gain. And they're back into their power I formation. Ryan Miner is the deep back. And the handoff is to Gallagher, though, and Bianchetti, I should say. And Bianchetti's held
He's not going to get it, Al.
short of the 1st down. Tom Blanchetti on the carry, and he was tackled about a yard short, and it's going to be 4th down and 1. And we'll see if Forest Hills sends their special teams onto the field for the punt.
Don't get fooled by it.
Denver Bryden is back to punt for the Rangers. Ball is snapped, and it gets a good snap. And Bryden booms off a beautiful kick. Oh, look at this. It's going to drive home and all the way back to the 10-yard line. It's just going to get away from it, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Where at? Inside the 10, inside the 5.
Strong in the kicking game. We talked about it, Al. That time they were.
3 wide receivers set for McCort and Forgus. goes in motion, gets into the slot, but the handoff is to Gelman, and Gelman just trips as he gets into the hole, and he's going to fall ahead for a gain of 1, maybe 2. We'll call it a second down and 8 from the 7-yard line. Receivers or our running backs behind him are split, and Homan and Schrey are the running backs, but it is a handoff to Ray Forgas. He stays on his feet, still staying on his feet, and he turned a loss into a short gain of 1, maybe 2. We'll call it a third down, and we'll call it third down and 6 from the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I'm at this window.
9-yard line, it's third down and 6. 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and Arcurio barking out the signals. He's straight back in the pocket. He's throwing to the sideline. He has Regula, and that's enough for a first down as Regula catches it, and he's tackled at the 21-yard line. And they'll move the sticks, and McCort gets a first. Wins left of Joe Arcurio, and they're in the I formation in the backfield with Forgas the deep back. Arcurio again back in the pocket. He has time. Now he's going to run. He's going to the sideline, keeps the football, and he is just going to go up to the 25-yard line where he is pounded by the Forest Hills defense. Coming up, linebacker John Gallardi on the tackle, and Joe Arcurio gets a small gain there, and it's going to be for the Crimson Crushers. I formation. Gelman is the up back, and Arcurios goes back in the pocket. He's looking to the sideline. He pumps. Now he's under a rush. He's just going to throw it away. Good decision from Joe. Throws it to the sideline as he was out of the pocket under the rush. The crowd is trying to cheer on the defense on the third down and 8. It's 3 wide receivers into the game, and Schrey is in the slot. Arcurio is back to pass. He's thrown a bullet, and it's picked off, and there's nobody in front of him, and he could go all the way. Going down the sideline, number 23, Eric Trott, and he's untouched into the end zone. Touch on it, you knew that he was gone. Here's the extra point attempt for the Rangers. They're going to try and tie up the football game. The ball is down, the kick is up. It's through the uprights, it's good, and there's a flag on the play. The extra point, Carpenter has the football back at the 15-yard line for the extra point attempt. Ball was down, it's a high kick, and that's good too. So this is a tie game. Football game. It's 7-7 when we come back from this break on Sports Radio 850 WSB. Off to Ryan Regola and Alan Homan. Well-played football game so far between 2 powerhouses. McCort on their very first possession, able to go right down the field and score. The McCort defense has done a fine job against Forest Hills, forcing them to punt on both of their occasions.
Yeah.
But Forest Hills gets the turnovers. Denny says those turnovers get you an interception return. Joe threw into double coverage. Joe Arcurio and Trout was able to go all the way into the end zone, so that's why we're tied 7-7. Here is Carpenter running up. And he's going to kick a line drive kick taken by Ryan Regola at the 6-yard line. Regola's up to the 20, and he dives up ahead to the 26-yard line. We'll see what McCort's offense can do after giving up the interception and the touchdown. See how we have Pat Schrey, the back in the I formation. 2 wide receivers to the left of Joe Arcurio is the option. Arcurio keeps the football and gets a gain of about 3 as he's up to the 30-yard line. It's going to be second down and 7 for the Twins. Right will be Regula and Homan, and we'll see Gindelsberger on the left side. Joe Arcurio. The running backs are split. Motion at the line, and we'll see Sting at the McCort Crusher 35-yard line. We'll go back to the I formation. Schrey's the deep back with Gelman, the up back. And Arcurio keeps the football. Play action pass. He's going down the sideline looking for the big play, and it is almost intercepted, tipped away by Alan Homan. Is the up back for Schrey as he is deep in the hole in the I. Arcurio under center, 2 wide receivers. The turn and the give is to Schrey, and Schrey is going to be close to the first down. I don't know. We'll have to see. He got it past the 35. It's going to be close.
I don't know if he's enough past.
Might have just gotten it just by the shoulders. But let's see. The officials are calling for the chain gang to come out. Okay. Big crowd here at in Sidman. They have the fans all along the sidelines there in the end zones, and of course in the visitors' bleacher section. A lot of McCort people are here. Tons of Ranger fans are here. And it looks like it's short. It is short by 2 inches. And the football is at the McCort 36. They need to get the nose and punt formation line up to the Crimson Crushers. Moncos standing back at his 23-yard line, awaiting the snap. It's a good one, and he's got plenty of time to get the punt off. What a high kick. And Miner's going to settle underneath it at the 15-yard line. He's right up the middle, and he is up to the 35-yard line of the Forest Hills Rangers. And we have 51 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Again, the score is 7-7 between the Rangers and the Crushers.
Is that Power? No, they got a guy flanked out here to the right.
Kadlauik is going to keep the football, and he's going to roll to the right, and he's got some running room. He's up to the 30, and he's got a man to beat. He's down the sideline. There he goes, down to the 30, and he's finally caught from behind by Pat Schray, tackled at the McCort 25-yard line. Big play from quarterback Brian Kadlauik. Forest Hills Rangers. They have the ball at the McCort 26-yard line. Kadlauik under center. One running back, and that is the handoff to Blanchetti. And Blanchetti bust up for a gain of 5. As he's up to the 20, tied 7-7. We'll be back after the 60-second timeout on Sports Radio. The McCort's 27-yard line.
Yeah, we first quarter stats is close to the score. Forest Hills and exact off 79 rushing, 12 passing. McCort 12 rushing, 80 passing, 92 to 91.
Handoff is to Blanchetti, and he stays on his feet for a first down, and he's inside the 10-yard line. Tackled, it looks like the 6. Scrimmage as they line up in the I formation. Handoff is to Blanchetti. Blanchetti's tackled by Oreskovic as he flew in there and just corralled him like a busting bronco, like a cowboy trying to bring down a calf or something. He just grabbed him by the leg and nation. Ryan Miner is the deep back in the power I. And the quarterback, Kadlauik, is going to roll out. He's looking to throw. He throws a pass, and it's dropped. It was intended for one of the from the McCort 6-yard line in a tie ball game, 7-7. Rangers in the I formation. The handoff is to Miner. Miner finds a hole. He's going to be digging towards the end zone, and he's going to be close, but no cigar. Looks like the McCort defense is going to tackle him right about the 1-yard line, maybe inside the 1 inches actually, as they are trying to get the touchdown. Back in the power I formation, it's Gallardi, the deep back, in the I. Kadlauik under center. The handoff is to Gallardi. He dives, and he's going to be in the end zone. It's a touchdown. He just gets over the line of scrimmage as he dove for the kick. Cody Carpenter. The ball is down on the tee, and Carpenter runs up and kicks it through the uprights. So the Rangers remaining in the first half. Take a break. Come back with more on Sports Radio 850. McCort gets off to a 7-0 lead, and then the Rangers, after an interception for a touchdown and a long drive for a touchdown, are now leading 14-7. Gallagher comes up. That is a short kick that Forgas is going to take at the 14-yard line. He's up to the 30. He stays on his feet, and he's tackled at the 33-yard line. First and 10 from McCort. Okay. Gindelsberger and Regula will be the wide receivers. Split to the opposite sides of Joe Arcurio, or in the I formation. Sheridan, the deep up back. And the handoff is to Schray, and he's tackled in the backfield. So trying to spin away from Tom Blachetti. It's room in my cranium, so it must have slipped out. That's what I was trying to apologize for. You got to remember, write those things down. Arcurio's back to pass on a 2nd down and 12. A long pass. He's looking for Regula. Regula lost the ball. Didn't know where it was. The receivers trips left for Joe Arcurio. It is Gindelsberger, Holman, and Schray in the slot. Arcurio back to pass, and he throws a bullet, and there's nobody there.
No, the rush was on. They had a big rush. That time they put a lot of pressure. He had some receivers open, just no time. That's what happens when you keep one back into the block. You had everybody else spread out. Maybe in that play, you got to go with a shotgun.
And the ball is blocked. As DeMalcos had a trouble with it, it is blocked and is picked up by Gelman. And Gelman is going to try and run. He's up to the 25, up to the 30, and he is tackled at the 31-yard line.
3, be safe and normal by picking up the ball from the
First and 10, and here's Kadlauik. He's just going to turn and keep it as he's going up the middle. And he gets a gain of about 4 as he's up to the 26-yard line. 2nd down of their packed stadium here. Kadlauik under center.
Took a pass.
He's going to roll to his right. He's looking to throw. He throws it to the end zone. There's a man there. It's tipped away. Great pass broken up by great play, I should say, by Alan Holman. As he tips it away from Bryden, it's incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd down and 5.
He had Bryden in the end zone. He put him up there on the right. Alan Holman turned it.
The deep back.
Going to run the ball.
Excuse me, Kadlauik is under center. Handoff is to Ryan Miner, and he doesn't get much. Gain of maybe 1 or 2. And it's going to be 4th down, and we'll call it 4, as Miner's carry gets the football inside the McCort. And Miner's the deep back. Kadlauik keeps the football himself. He's looking to pass. He's going to throw it to the end zone. There's a man there, and it's too long. It's incomplete.
fell down.
Receiver fell down, and Joe Arcuro is defending him, and it's ball over and downs, and the McCort Crushers get a break there.
But there was
The center, Gindelsberger, Schrey, the receivers, and Ray Forgas, the deep back in the eye. 14-7, Rangers lead as Arcuro throws to the sideline. It's caught by Pat Schrey. Makes it cut.
Nice
He's
move,
up to the
nice
40,
move.
down the sideline. He's up to the 50-yard line inside Ranger territory. He's tackled at the Rangers 47-yard line. And Schrey gets the 7. At Sherman, the up back in the high formation. Forgas the deep back. Arcuro at the center. He's looking to pass. He has time. He's throwing and pulling. He's got Ryan Regola. Regola caught it. He split the defense. He's in the end zone. It's a touchdown. Bishop McCort an extra point away from tying up this football game. It is a 47-yard pass reception as it's a touchdown for Bishop McCort.
Well, I'll tell you, Al, you see what happens when the quarterback has time to throw? You have plenty of time, all kind of time to wait for the goal to break.
Tie up this football game. Pat Schrey will be the holder. Here's the extra point attempt. It's snapped, it's down on the tee. DeMarcos comes up, splits the uprights, and it's a McCort touchdown, extra wild and wacky game as the momentum swings back and forth. 7:04. Bishop McCort has tied up the football game. It's a two-play, 77-yard drive. Regola, 47-yard touchdown pass from Joe Arcuro. DeMarcos to the extra point attempt. And McCort went from facing, after a block punt, having the Forest Hills Rangers at their the McCort 30-yard line, and they were trailing by a score of 14-7. But Forest Hills went for it and did not get it. Ball over and down. So McCort goes right down the field, ties it up. Rangers were this close to blowing this game away, and now it's a tie football game. DeMarcos with the ball on the tee. This is a high booming kick towards the end zone and fielded in the end zone, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. We'll see what the Forest Hills Rangers offense can do, though, as this game's going back and forth. Now it's Brian Kudlowik, and it's a handoff to, looks like Minor, and Minor gets a good game. He's up from the 20 up to the 25-yard line. Gain even more. They get him to the 26 in the first half. Kudlowik sees his running backs in the power eye, and it is a pitch to Minor. Minor's trying to go on the sideline, and he's up about to the 27. Only gain of 1. It's going to be 3rd down, and we'll call it a short 3 for the Rangers.
Strength all year for the quarter, defensive line.
This can do. It's a whale of a game. Thanks for tuning in tonight. 3rd down and 3. Handoff is to the first back through the hole, and he's going to be close to the first down for the Rangers.
Right. I don't know.
Mike Mays on the carry. Mays on the carry. I don't think he had enough, though. He needs to get up to the 30, and he looks like he's just shy of it. What was that, 4th and about 1?
Yeah, he is shy of it, right. Expecting is the key word. You never know.
He got off a beautiful punt last time, though. Bryden just boomed it, and he's going to punt it. It's a good snap, and that's another good kick. Not as long, but it's going to the sideline, and it's out of bounds near the 30. It's here the official marks it.
Right about Mark.
Right about the 30, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the court when we come back from this time.
We're back.
Just shy of their 30-yard line. And it looks like it's Gelman and Schrey, the running backs for Joe Arcuro. The handoff is to Schrey, and Schrey gets hit right at the line of scrimmage and falls ahead for a gain of 1. The Rangers are playing tough, and it's 14-14 as they get an interception for a touchdown and a long drive. Here's Arcuro on the 2nd down and 9. He's back to pass. He throws, and it's tipped, and it's incomplete. As it was towards the tight end. And which one was that, Denny? There's the Delici, Gindelsberger, Regola, and Schrey as the wide receivers. And here is Arcuro. Now it's Schrey in the backfield. Handoff is to him on the draw. He breaks a tackle. He cuts up to the middle. He's going to have to dig for a first down, and he makes a first down. And he gets up to the 44-yard line. Looks like he was only going to get a gain of 3 at most, but he gets a first down.
That's all it looked like. Give credit to somebody up front there for Forest Hills. He read it. Experience and senior leadership on both sides. We'll have to step up to that.
Back to the eye. Schrey, the deep back. Here is Arcuro looking for his receivers as he's back to pass. He's throwing it down to the sideline. He's got Regola again, and Regola catches it, and he's tackled inside the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Another big, huge pass play from Joe Arcuro to Ryan Regola. And these receivers, we got to give credit is due. They've been criticized for drops here all year.
Ball is resting just inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal for McCort. as they will break Sheridan out of the backfield in motion. Here is a pitch to Schrey on the right side. Schrey stays on his feet. He's inside the 10, trying to get to the 5. He should be close to it when he's dragged down, and it's going to be second down and goal. We'll see if they spot it at the 5.
My question is, can you get a first down?
No, they can't.
You can't. Is it goal? Is it inside the 10?
It's a goal situation. So it's 5 yards passing, but he's looking at a second down and goal from the 6. Schrey is his lone running back. He's 3 wide receivers. Head off is the Schrey, and Schrey is just mauled right at the line of scrimmage. Coming in, big number 76 for the Rangers with a third and goal from the 6-yard line. 4 wide receivers into the game for McCort. Schrey's in the slot. He's in motion. Mercurio's back. He's thrown to the sideline. High pass, and it is almost intercepted, and it's incomplete, and there's a flag down. Flag down for the uprights. Well, at a bit of an angle, actually. He is at an angle of a right, to his right. Not too extreme of an angle, though, and Schrey will be the holder. Oh, we got some motion on the line, and we got a flag. Broncos. As McCort is trying to regain the lead. The ball snapped. Schrey gets it down. The kick is high. The kick is up. The kick's good. Right through the uprights. McCort regains the lead. Time for another 30-second timeout. We'll be back with more right after this on Sports Radio. 8:50 ball, and they're containing their composure. And this has been a dandy football game to watch. The Broncos with the ball at the tee. He's going to be kicking off to Miner and Gallardi. The ball is in the air. Gallagher, I'm sorry, it's Miner taking it at the 1-yard line. Miner goes right up the middle and bang, down he goes. Tackled at the 15-yard line. Fine tackle, tackles Miner, and it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 15 for the Rangers, and they have 1:50 on the clock to work with before.
2 wide on each side. I was going to split.
And Kudlowik will turn and hand it off to Blanchetti. Blanchetti breaks a tackle, it breaks another tackle, and he turns a loss into a first down. Gets a 10-yard gain on that. Points, 17-14. 1st and 10 for Brian Kudlowik. Sophomore quarterback is under center. He's back to pass. He's under a rush. He gets the pass off, and it is caught by the tight end, and he splits the defense. Joe Arcurio is trying to drag him down, and they get him down at the McCort 40-yard line. They have the ball at the Bishop McCort 39-yard line. Kudlowik throws it to the sideline to Denver Bryden, and Bryden is tackled after he gets a gain of 9, maybe shoes to fill, and he's got his team in the second round of the playoffs, and he's looking very composed. Here is the handoff to the back as they're running it to the opposite side, and he is on his feet still for a first down. He's still on his feet. He might get into the end zone. No, Fergus is going to catch him from behind. He's tackled at the 3-yard line. Eric Trout again on the carry, and the Rangers goal from the 4-yard line with 50 seconds remaining. They're in the power I formation. Miner's the deep back. The handoff is to Miner. Miner stays on his feet, and he's out of the end zone. Looks like it. No, he is held and goal from the 1-yard line. They have 30 seconds to work with. Kudlowik, and he's just going to spike the football. Ball's at the 1-yard line. It's 3rd goal from the 1. In the power I, again, it's Miner the deep back. The give is to Miner. Miner's going to try and move the pile, and they're going to tackle him out of the end zone. And Forest Hills has no timeouts remaining, and it's going to be 4th and goal. They got to line up. They got to go for this here. They can't spike the football. As they have 15 seconds remaining, they're trying to get to the line of scrimmage. 10 seconds, they should get this off. Back into the I formation they go. Kudlowik snaps it, they give it to Miner, and Miner's going to walk into the end zone for the touchdown. Miner will try and get the extra point attempt. Ball snapped, kick is up, and the kick is good. Forest Hills Rangers, 1-17 in 5 seconds, they got to kick it off. But the Rangers have the momentum. Upbacks will probably have to handle that as Fergus and Oreskovich, the upbacks for Bishop McCort. Carpenter runs up and just punches it. Ahead that Sheridan picks it up at the 40-yard line, and he's tackled at the 43, and that should do it for the first half. It does. Oval football game here that has disappointed no one, as the Rangers do have the lead, though, by a score of 21.
Big, promotions.
Parents,
For the love of the game and a chance to maybe get a scholarship in further education.
and here is a line drive kick as we are underway in the second half. It's bouncing. It's taken by Fergus at the 15-yard line. He cuts up the middle, and he's up to about the 30, and he gets up to the 32-yard line. Good return for the Bishop McCort Crimson Crushers. Start off the second half with Ryan Regula and Gindelsberger, the wide receivers, and they're lined up twins left. Handoff is to Ray Fergus, and Fergus gets a gain of about 3 or 4 up to the 36-yard line, and it's going to be second down and 6 for McCort. And we'll have sidecar running backs. It'll split behind Joe Arcurio. Joe goes back in the pocket, looking to pass. He throws a ball to the sidelines, caught by Gittelsberger for a first down. He's tackled at the shoulder pads by Denver Bryan, but not until he gets up to the 50-yard line. Ball's at midfield, and it's a first down for Bishop McCort.
Again, Gittelsberger going down the street.
Regola Schrey will be the wide receiver, split to the opposite side of Joe Arcurio. And the running backs are sidecars behind Joe Arcurio. Handoff is to Forgas, and Forgas turns something out of nothing. He gets a gain of about 2. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, but kept his shoulder pads moving. And we'll give him a second down and 8 on that as the ball's at the Forest Hills 40. It'll be Schrey and Homan, the wide receivers, to the opposite sides. And it looks like we have Sheridan up front for Ray Forgas. Arcurio's back to pass, though. He throws it, and he's got a wide open Pat Schrey, and Schrey makes a cut into the sideline, and he is tackled at the 25-yard line of Forest Hills.
Well, I don't know if that was a blown coverage or whatever, but he was just, there wasn't a Ranger with his...
Twins left for Joe Arcurio. Receivers Schrey and Regola is in the slot.
22.
And Arcurio's back to pass. And he has time. He throws to the sideline. It is caught by Schrey again. This time a short gain of 5. And it's up to the 20. It's second down and 5.
That may be even at the 19, 6-yard gain, maybe, huh?
Yeah, we'll call it a 6-yard gain.
Okay, we'll take that every time. I mean, those are
Second down and 5. The ball was at the 19-yard line of the Forest Hills Rangers. McCort with the football. They're trailing by 4 points. Arcurio, quick handoff. And that is Sheridan on the carry. Let's see if he gets anything. I'll have to see where he comes out of that pile. A gain of maybe 2 on the quick pop. And it's going to be, and we'll see 2 wide receivers split to the opposite. Quarterback Joe Arcurio, and Forgas is the deep back. Arcurio's back to pass. He's looking up the middle. He's throwing for the end zone. Actually, it's too far, and it's incomplete. He's looking for TJ J-Strab. Falls incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down and 3 for Bishop McCort. And here comes Matt DeMoncos onto the field. So McCort going right to left on your radio dial. Schrey again will be the holder for Matt DeMoncos. 35-yard field goal attempt. And Schrey barking out the signals. Snap is good. The ball is up. The ball is high. It is wide. No, it's good. It's good. I thought it was wide, but it was good. It just got inside. Stills. It's now a 21-20 Ranger lead. 35-yard field goal for Matt DeMoncos, and it's a 1-point. But in the end zone here, make him go, 80 yards. That would help the McCort cause. Matt has the football on the tee at the 40, and DeMoncos runs up. And it is a kick that is going to be taken at the 4-yard line. And that is Minor all the way up to the 21. And there's a scramble for the football, and Forest Hills looks like they have it again. Yep, they do. Minor fumbled the football, but a Ranger... Yeah, go for the first down. I agree.
Go for the first down, right.
Let me recreate this. And then
You'll have to.
Yeah, I just want to take a break. Oh, man. Who was it?
J-Strap, 82.
Wow, big time.
And Oreskovich.
Their 21-yard line. Back to the line of scrimmage comes the quarterback, Kudlawa. Kudlawa is looking to throw it to the sideline. He pumps, and he's got Bryden, and it's just a little too far, and there's a flag. And Schrey might have grabbed Bryden, well, coach, because they had been setting up all night, and then when they did the pump, Schrey went in for the pass, and then
he doesn't have any deep help. It's one-on-one coverage, Al.
Wow. And here is the handoff, and that is Blanchetti, and nothing. Well, McCort's defense has said to themselves, we have to stop the run, so they're putting their cornerbacks.
Oreskovich and Hokiko have been all year, and there he goes
another
again.
pass down the sideline, and it's just incomplete as they were looking for the in the third quarter.
The trips are to the opposite side here now, Al.
Yeah, trips left. And here goes the quarterback. Back to pass, and the ball is tipped, and it's incomplete.
63, Earl broke the ball.
Oh, they might say that lateral. No, incomplete
saying
pass.
incomplete pass. Okay.
The pass was tipped. Took the officials a few minutes there. Well, I shouldn't say minutes, but Homan standing at the 35. He might want to go back. He's starting to inch back now because Bryden's been doing a wonderful job punting.
At least fair catches ball.
Yeah, it is going over the head of Schrey, and they're just going to let it roll. And the Forest Hills Rangers will down the football at the 20-yard line. So McCort sends Schrey, Regola, the wide receivers, split to the opposite sides. They're in the I formation. Forgas the deep back, and Arcurio with the handoff to Gelman, and Gelman cuts, and he breaks it up the middle, and it's close to a first down. It is a first down as he's up to the 31-yard line, showing some fancy footwork, cuts it up the middle, jukes to the left, jukes to the right, and he gets a gain of 11.
That may be the Crushers' longest run from scrimmage tonight.
Was.
Be right there. Yeah, it was about what?
I'd put $1 down on the table.
Crushers keep alternating back, so I think they're going to try to wear the Rangers down with fresh legs, though.
In the I formation, Arcurio's back to pass. Plenty of time. He throws it up the middle. He's got it's just off his fingertips as Schrey was open. And it just comes off his fingertips at the 50-yard line. It's incomplete. And maybe they'll start dropping his passes. Now, it's the first time that we've seen a drop pass tonight, though. They've been really with good hands tonight. 2nd down and 10 for McCort. The ball is at their 31. Curio settles under center with his backs in the I formation. And again, he goes back to pass. They're blitzing him. He's throwing to the sideline, and it is too far for Pat Schrey. It's incomplete. 5:39 remaining in the third quarter. Forest Hills leads 21-20 over the Rangers. Or I should say over the Crushers. And it's 3rd down and 10 for McCort. Curio's back to pass. He's under heavy rushes. They're sending everybody. He breaks it and then he's gone. He's down at the 25. Joe could do anything. There's a jailbreak against Joe Arcurio. And the punters for both squads have been doing a great job. Monco's back to punt, gets a good snap, he has time, and he gets a high kickoff. And Trout is just going to watch it go over his shoulder, and it's going to roll to the 29-yard line. Trout was standing around daydreaming, then the ball. And Kudlowik is under center. And it is a handoff to Blanchetti, and Blanchetti gets a block, and he's up to the 40-yard line, up to the 43, and that's a gain of 13. It's 1st down and 10 for the Rangers.
Power running attack. They're running that blast to the left side. They're blasting the left end or the right end of the court, and it turns into a good gain in the first.
Out of the huddle now, they got the fog on their breath. It's getting to be a cold night here in Sidman. Here is the handoff to Minor. And Minor's going to be trapped from behind. Now it's Blanchetti, and he just gets enough for a gain of 1. Gets it up to the 44. Corners Schrey and Homan, one-on-one on their wide receivers, and Joe Arcurio is the deep back. Here is the handoff to Trout, though, and Trout cuts it up the middle, gets a 1st down. Past the 50-yard line to the McCort 48, and that should be just enough to move the chains.
Earl Berkeball, I think, may have saved the touchdown. Otherwise, he may have been gone.
Yeah, it's not enough for a 1st down, though.
They're
going to have a measurement here. It might be just a little short. I don't know. It still looks like they got a nose of a football. So they're bringing out the chains. Officials done a fine job tonight. Again, it's Ted Beam, Gene Talco, Bruce Allwine, Dan Wagner, Greg Hoover, Dan Johnson, and Sean Albright.
So we got to make that
Job for officiating this football game. Looks like it might be short then. Yeah.
Well coached, well played game too so far. Not a whole lot of penalties.
We're down in inches. Here we go. The official kicked the football. They go through all this to set the ball, and then he stepped away. He kicked it.
I'm wondering where he reset it now.
Yeah, they reset it. There's the quarterback, Kudlowik, and this is going to be all academic as Kudlowik is going to be able to move the pound. It looks like he does have enough for a 1st down. SBO, Al Steele along with Denny Aldermore. And Kudlowik under center. He's back to pass, looking to the sideline. He throws the pump, and he's got Bryden. Bryden's there, and Bryden makes the catch. And he trips and falls, but not to...
Because they know the quarterback.
Well, the Rangers are starting to pass it. Earlier, they were trying to run the ball. Now they're trying to open up with the pass. They have the ball at the McCort 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rangers. Going the opposite way again to Trout. Trout gets past one linebacker, not two, and he dives in for a gain of 2.
Crushers had that red right from the beginning and trying to hit Bryden again on that similar play. They've been going to that way all night.
He is one-on-one, and they are going to him. They're trying to throw it to the inside. He's running a post, and it's just off his fingertips as Bryden cut to the...
So it's pretty hard to give cover unless you change your defense out.
3rd down and 9, 2 wide receivers. Here is Kudlowik back to pass. He's rolling to the sideline. It's too far, and it's incomplete.
That was a screen set out there. They were trying to get it.
4th down and 9, and it's going to be Bryden and Minor, the wide receivers. Here's Kudlowik back to pass. He pumps. He's thrown to the end zone. He's got a man there. He's covered, and it's off his fingertips, incomplete. As Alan Homan comes up and was able to make contact with Denver Bryden in the end zone just as the ball got there. It's ball over and downs for Bishop McCort, and Homan gets up, pumping his fist. Big-time play for the McCort cornerback. Trips left for Joe Arcurio. So we see Gittelsberger, Regola, and Schrey all lined up as wide receivers, but it is a handoff and nothing doing. They were trying to spread the defense. The handoff was to Gelman, and he got no gain, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Second down 10. Ball's at the 23-yard line. Mercurio in his territory. He's back to pass. He's got time. He stands tall in the pocket. He's throwing down the sideline. There's a flag, and Regola catches it.
Regola
Caught it at the 39-yard line. Let's see if he's ruled down as he fumbled the football. But they're going to say he was down at the Forest Hills 39-yard line, but there is a flag. We'll see Gindelsberger and Regola as the wide receivers, and the running backs are sidecar split behind Joe Arcurio. Arcurio's back to pass. He's under a rush, though, and he finds Pat Schrey. Schrey's wide open up the middle. He's up to the 25, tackled at the 15-yard line. Joe Arcurio stood tall in the pocket. He was under a rush, waited for Schrey to come underneath the coverage and hit him, and Schrey's tackled at the 15.
And there was a big rush, and Joe Arcurio just stood his ground, waited to Pat Schrey to work open, and they've been open all night in the middle of that field, Al. Found them for the big gain. Now it's first down at the, 15?
15-yard line, first and 10 for McCort with 1:02 remaining. In the third quarter, they're trailing Forest Hills 21-20. Phew, what a game. As Gindelsberger will go far right in the I formation. Looks like Forgus is the deep back. And Arcurio's back to pass. There's a flag, and it's curl inside. It's incomplete. Now we have two flags.
Holding, it probably was illegal procedure for 5 yards.
All right, first down and 15 for McCort as Gelman breaks out and goes in motion into the slot, and a whole bunch of Rangers are moving at the line of scrimmage. They do get the playoff, and the handoff is to Schrey, and it goes nowhere. It's going to be a loss. That'll be the end of the third quarter. Hills 21-yard line, facing a second down and 17, and on the scoreboard, the Rangers are Forest Hills 21-yard line, and Joe Arcurio like to get in closer before they even think about a field goal attempt. Arcurio is going to keep the ball himself. He's going to roll. He's going to throw. He has a man. It's the tight end Delich, and Delich catches it at the 15. Good little turn in by the tight end Justin Delich. Gain of 5, and it'll set up a third down and 10 from the 15.
Well, you'll take
any points you can get.
Right, but you're trying to run it.
Forgus is the only running back as it's a 4 wide receiver slot for Arcurio. He pumps, he throws, he's got a man in his Gindelsberger, he catches it, and he's in the end zone. It's a touchdown for Bishop McCort. Gindelsberger curled to the post, and Arcurio found him. It's a touchdown. And forget the field goal, McCort will settle for 6 with the extra point pending.
Again, it's Joe Arcurio. The voice, the pass rush, buys himself rolling, not enough time, throws the ball down into the end zone, finds a wide open Ryan Gindelsberger for the touchdown. These kids got to be having the game of his lifetime. Joe Arcurio.
He's just on fire.
I don't know. Let's see what we got here for him. He's over 300 passing before that, Al.
Before this drive, he had over 300 yards. Before that pay. That's right. That was the end of the third quarter. Now McCourt's going to line up for 2 points. So they're going to go for 2. As Arcurio is under center. He's looking to pass. He throws it to the sideline. It's incomplete. They line up and they went for 2. Make Forest Hills get the touchdown and the extra point to tie the football game. Right now the crowd is somewhat quiet and subdued here in Sidman.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, 331 yards for Joe Arcurio.
We've seen this momentum switch from the whole game.
Hang on, folks. Don't go anywhere from your radio. The Malk goes. Now that's a line drive kick. That is taken in the end zone. Yep. Just inside the end zone, so it's going to be first and 4 Kudlowik. Yeah. And the Rangers at their 20-yard line. Kudlowik is back to pass. He throws it again to the sideline, caught by Bryden. And it's a gain of 8 as he was defended by Schrey and Minor. They're going to be the wide receiver split.
They haven't come this way too much. They're coming to keep going to that one side.
Now it's the handoff. The first back through falls ahead and might have just enough for the first down.
I believe that's
Blanchetti, yeah. They put them.
Looking for the big score, and that's what the Crushers need to prevent here, Al.
Kudlowik is back to pass, and there's a flag down. He's throwing down the sideline. It's too far, though. It's incomplete, and we have a flag procedure against the Rangers, and they have the ball at their 25-yard line. 26-21 is the score in favor of McCort. Kudlowik is back to pass. They're trying to set up the screen. They get it to Blanchetti. Breaks one tackle, and not another, though. It's coming behind is Delich, and he's tackled him with the shoestring.
That's just a great play by Delich. I'm getting tongue-tied here.
Yep. That was a tight game.
Oh, boy.
The Rangers don't like something.
That was a great game. And this one here has got all the makings of going to the end of it again.
Second down and 9. Kudlowik is back to pass. He's looking for Bryden into double coverage, and it's intercepted by Joe Arcurio. And Arcurio is still on his feet, and he's tackled at the McCort 37-yard line. They went to the well once too often. They're looking to Bryden, and McCort defense made the adjustment, had him triple covered, and Arcurio playing deep safety just comes back and picks off the
When he
pass.
came over here, we got the deep help. Remember we were talking about that earlier. The Crushers now made him the adjustment. What they're doing is they're sliding out one of their nickelbacks to take that.
21, we're in the fourth quarter, but there is so much time remaining. 9:26 remaining. Sidecars split behind Joe Arcurio as he's back to pass. Up the middle he throws, and it's caught by Schrey. And Schrey is tackled at the Forest Hills 37-yard line. I thought when that pass was let go that it was into coverage, but it was a bullet, and Schrey found it, and it's a first down and more.
Another great throw by Arcurio. I think what a night he's having. But again,
Left of Joe Arcurio, the ball at the Forest Hills 37-yard line. Forgets the deep back in I, and Gittelsberger breaks in motion to the right. And off. No, again, Arcurio keeps it. And look at the pounding as he is pushing up to the 30-yard line. Gain of almost 8 or 9 for Joe Arcurio and the quarterback keeper. See where they put that ball just shy of the 31-yard line, and it's going to be second down and it's an I left with Sheridan the up back, and Forgus is the deep back. On the second up, we got a flag. She'll kill me.
okay.
Here, we got a flag again.
And you're taking your field goal kicker out of field goal range. You know, field goal put you up by 8 points. You got to be thinking about that
That's
too.
what I was thinking. As Arcurio's back to pass. He's under a heavy rush as they send out the all-out blitz. He breaks one tackle. He throws, almost intercepted, tipped away by Pat Schrey at something. I think that would be a long haul on the road for a field goal attempt here. Third down and 13. They're going to fake the draw. They're going to throw a screen. It's incomplete. A little behind Pat Schrey. And the yard line, so it's a good shot to take. 59-yard field goal. Ball snapped. Schrey gets it down. The kick is long. The kick is just short by about 4 yards. So they get the ball hit. Denver Bryden. A lot on the sideline as McCort's defense is trying to cover him. Here is Kudlowik. He's going to keep the quarterback keeper, and he's going to run to the sideline, and he cuts it in, and he gets a gain of a first down and more. Gain of 12.
That play's been working. 19, okay.
It's at the 13-yard line. It's first and 19 from the 13. Kudlowik is going to go back to pass, and he's under heavy rush. Eludes one tackler, and then he goes down for the sack. McCourt's defense hasn't been getting many sacks tonight, but that's a big one as Brian Delich comes up with a big sack. He's going to check out of the game right now. He's holding his arm, but he comes up with a big 10-yard line. Kudlowik is back to pass. He's under another rush. He cuts in. He breaks. No, he does not break the tackle. And 61, Drew Velasco comes up with the big tackle. And if he doesn't come up with that tackle, there's a lot of running room up the middle for Kudlowik. And now it's going to be, it's always a possibility as the Rangers set will send trips left, and the McCort defense looks a little confused. And it's a handoff. And it's Blanchetti breaking it, but not enough for a first down. He gets a gain of 10. He needed to go 20.
14.
And it's going to be up to the, you got a gain of 14 on that, up to the 20-line warning. The officials need room to run up and down the sideline, right, Denny? And that's what they were
sure
asking.
do,
And the coaches were getting up close to the
Unless
field.
there's hollering coming from the sidelines and they're warning them.
There's a high kick. And Schrey takes it, and he's up to the 50, and he's inside Forest Hills territory. He's tackled at the Forest Hills 48-yard line. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. Come back with McCort with the football and the lead, 26-21, with 5:30 remaining in the football game. Sports Radio, 8:50. Oh, no! Fumble.
McCort got it back, luckily.
Back to action. Back to action here at Sidman. The handoff is to Ray Ferguson. It was a fumble, but it was covered by Bishop McCort at the Forest Hills 47-yard line.
The handoff to Fergus, delay handoff, and he never got a hold of it. And
Here's Arcurio back to pass, looking to the sideline. He's got Gittelsberger, and he was hit just as he got the ball. Incomplete. Broken up by Keith Argola. He's going to be split to the right of Joe Arcurio. Now Schrey is in motion over to the right. Only one running back. Fake handoff. Here's Arcurio. He's back to pass. He throws it. It's caught by Schrey. He's got some men to beat, and he's going to be tackled short of the first down. Tackled at the Forest Hills 44-yard range. Oh, they snapped the ball, but it's going to be at the left. At the The punt from DeMoncos. They're expecting a big rush from the Forest Hills Rangers. There's a lot of green up on the line of scrimmage. They're going to go for the block here. Ball is snapped. There's a heavy rush. DeMoncos gets it off, and it's a good punt. Reiner is going to come up, and then he's going to watch it bounce. He's going to watch it bounce. It's continuing to roll. It's continuing to roll. It's going all the way down to the 1 yard line. Yes. Who was it? Alan Oman came up with the football, and they're all jumping up and down. Hey, stranger things have happened. But the Rangers have to go. Playoffs continue on Sports Radio 850 WSBO. That's the last break? All right. Do me a favor, Dave. Just take the very first one of the spots at the beginning. Just cut loud. This is this from the one, Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. To the 9, and it's going to be 2nd down and 1 for the Rangers. 2:54 remaining in this football game. Man in motion, and we have a flag. We'll call it the 5 yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. Man in motion. That is Bryden. Kudlowik is back to pass. He's looking. He's throwing to the sideline. A little too far, and it's incomplete. I don't know who he was throwing to. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. The ball is at the 5 yard line. Now we'll see. We have Twins right, and here's Kudlowik back to pass. He's thrown up the middle, and it's intercepted. Bishop McCort comes up with the interception. Number 50 for Bishop McCort picks off the pass. Joe Hockeyco picks it, and he's down at the 20 yard line.
Yes.
He takes it, the interception, he's tackled close to the 20 yard line. There's 2:39 remaining in the football game. McCort sends their offense onto the field as they are leading 26-21. Winner of this game goes on to Mansion Park next weekend in Altoona. McCort clinging now to that 5-point lead. 26 to the field. You can just see the excitement on the sidelines now. And some excitement in the offense. Ball is at the 26. It's going to be 1st and 15 for McCort. It's a power I formation for McCort. First time they're in the power I, and the handoff is to Stray. And he gets a gain of 1 or 2. And he's up to the 25 yard line. 6 yard line. They'll line up again in the power I formation. Stray is the deep back. Arcurio barking out the signals. Handoff is to Stray. Just going to get his shoulders in, and he's going to get to the 25 yard line, and Forest Hills is going to burn their timeout. Will come back onto the field. 3rd down and 13. The ball is at the 25 yard line.
And any doubt in your mind who's getting his ball?
Yeah, Stray is going to get. No, Arcurio keeps it, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. As they try to handle off to Stray, and Arcurio rolled out. Stray is going to be the holder. DeMoncos kicking left to right on the radio down. Ball is snapped. It's down. The kick is on its way. It's long. It's high, and it's no good. As yards in 1 minute and 43 seconds, or their season will end. Here is a sideline pass to Bryden, and Bryden is just going to go down for the loss. As he is caught, and then Oreskovich comes up and makes the count. In the football game, it's 2nd down and 15. Here is Kudlowik back to pass. He's throwing to the sideline. He's got Bryden, and Bryden catches it and steps out of bounds for a gain. They must be resetting the clock. No, he did not get 8 seconds. Oh, okay, they're burning off 8 seconds. Alrighty, now they stop it. So they readjust the clock to 1:11 remaining in the football game. 3rd down, and let's call it a short 9 for the Rangers.
When that guy's trying to throw that ball at bunch, I think they stopped the clock.
All right, so Kudlowik is back to pass. He's going to be throwing to the sideline, and it is incomplete. They're looking for Minor. Ball's incomplete. Here comes Kudlowik to the line of scrimmage. 2 wide receivers, 1 running back. He's back to pass on the 3rd and 9. Throwing to the sideline. It's caught by Banchetti. Banchetti is tackled, and he's held down. Way short of the 1st down. Ball over on downs. Welcome, Altoona. The Bishop McCort Crimson Crushers are on their way next weekend. They'll be at Mansion Park.
Back to the 19.
As it's ball over on downs for the McCort Crushers. And they'll get it 1st and 10 at the Forest Hills 18 yard line.
What a defensive effort in the second half by the Crushers out. They shut the Rangers down the whole side. There no points. They had 21 at the half. That's what they, unless there's something drastic happens here.
Well, they need just a kneel down.
They pitched the shutout in the second half. The Crushers defense came up all night when it happened. In the first half. Second half, great defense.
And Joe Arcurio is going to line up in the victory formation. He takes the knee. The Rangers, I tell you what though, I want to compliment the Rangers because this has been one of the best playoff games I have seen. Well played and well coached. And the Rangers have nothing. When they walk off this field tonight, they should hold their heads high. Because they're champions too. They battle like warriors, Denny.
Everybody battles to the end. Well, this game typified what playoff football is all about.
You know, I mean, it's nice to see McCort having a victory. But I still say, win or lose, you know, even if McCort lost, this is the best playoff game I think I've seen between two teams. Arcurio's lining up again. Kneels down, and that's going to be it. They can't stop the clock. 14 seconds remaining. The Bishop McCort Crimson Crushers continue to rule the Forest Hills Rangers. They've won twice this year in this stadium, and the second victory is even sweeter because McCort will move on to play at Mansion Park next week against the winner of Purchase Line Bellwood Annex. Bishop McCort knocks off the #1 seed going into the playoffs, the Forest Hills Rangers. A record-setting night for Joe Arcurio. We'll get the final numbers on him, hopefully. He went over 1,000 yards passing tonight early in the game, and now he takes his team to Mansion Park next weekend. Amazing game. And a great game as the teams are out there right now saluting each other.
Al is unbelievable what Chris is writing down. He was 15 out of 28, 357 yards, 2 touchdowns,
One rushing.
one rush by Joe Arcurio.
As we just enjoyed this game. Before we close it out for this broadcast, because you and I are going to be back on the air next weekend, Denny, I do want to again, I don't want to overdo this, but folks, you don't understand, we do want to pass this along. Thanks to the Forest Hills Rangers, because when we come out here, hospitality, they have food here, you know, they're rivals or stuff, but they treat us so well here, and they're a first-class
They
organization.
treat us better. Yes, they treat us like family. We appreciate it.
And we